Sorry, it's way more than a minute. But that's okay. Happy to be here. Snatch whatever time I can get from the jaws of everything else in life that would rather have my time sometimes. How are you guys doing? Hey, Jesse. Hey, Pluto. Hey, I'll take technically correct anytime. It's the only kind of correct that matters. Okay. Still not sure on a name for this thing. So, today I am working more on my one-shot for a change. Now, where did I leave off? Part 2 stuff. Utility corner, desk, bookshelves. I think I got through first draft on that. Reading chair. Got through that. Okay. Corner staircase stuff. Oh, okay. Pretty close. Pretty close. Good. Winding stone staircase. A set of stone stairs. A set of stone stairs. A set of stone stairs winds up to. Single purple shoe is sitting on its side 3 steps up from the bottom of the stairs. Okay. Pushing the grandfather clock to the side. Hey Max, how's it going? Oh, I'm good. I can't complain. In my, writing happy place, so that's a good place to be. Just sort of grinding out some ideas for this one shot. Hey, Construct. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Writing and rewriting. Doing my thing. Oh, that's fun, actually. Yeah, it's funny one time. Yes, yeah, we have a dog. We do have a dog. His name is Duncan. He's been with us for a few weeks now. He's a very classic dog. I wouldn't do that to you, Jesse. Keep your money. It's okay. I'll share photos on the Discord. I need to. I've only been keeping him back from the stream because we he's sort of a rehabilitation, sort of a rescue dog, and there was always the chance that it wasn't going to work here, in the house with the kids and the cats and stuff like that. But it looks like it'll work out, so I'm fine talking about it now. I didn't want to talk about a dog and then have to explain why dog was gone if it was a bad fit. Yes, Jesse. Your detective hat is working. Ashley would tell you the breed. I don't know breeds. It's kind of a terrier-ish body, a little bit bigger than terriers I've had in the past. I'll get a picture into Discord. I'm sure Ashley's already sent me one to post. Here for the dog photos. Let's see here. No shortage of dog photos, that's for sure. Here, I can use this one. There, I just put a picture of Duncan in stream chat. Hey, twin. Oh yeah, he's gonna definitely have a beard over time. That seems pretty likely. That one side of the clock seems to. Moving the clock out from the wall will reveal. Yeah, all boy pets for sure. And they are acting like that as they've yet to really get used to each other. They're getting there, but under 60 with no known heart conditions. Wow, twin. So those must be some pretty intense stairs. I've never built stairs like that before. Yet. Knickknacks. I absolutely could. Knick-knack. Huh. It's spelled like that. Hey, key logs? You tell me. Yeah, I've been working on a one shot, and so this is kind of it's kind of in 3 parts. And I'm kind of digging through part 2, which is sort of an investigation of this house of a cottage. And hopefully, when this is all done, I'll release it. Not hopefully, I mean I will, but still writing it. Oh, don't we all? We all know that. Guys are going crazy with the commands. Holy cow. Nothing useful. Winding stone staircase sits in the far corner of the room next to a crooked. This is actually a Mac app called Ulysses. I like it because it lets me write in Markdown. I generally like the formatting and stuff. There's some little things about it that I'm not crazy about, but it's pretty good. See you, Pluto. A winding stone staircase sits in the far corner of the room next to a crooked grandfather clock. Almost like I wrote it. I don't want to be. It could be useful mostly with like the extra context in the link and stuff like that, but I don't want to be. I don't want to use Nightbot to be impersonal with people and not actually speak. You know, that'd be weird. Like, oh, you got a question? Boom. You know, that seems kind of rude. Clock sits silent. Good luck, twin. That's an old pole. Yeah. That needs to be. I probably need to kill that. You're digging deep into those old commands. I haven't used them in a while. Not quite. Kira popped in yesterday for a little bit. That was neat. Yeah, that was fun. You're educating Jessie on the old ways. She was good. She said she'd be able to pop in more often. Oh, crazy, Jessie. And like she had classes and stuff that were wrapping up, so she'd be able to be around more often, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean like the VOD? Yeah, all of my VODs stay up. So I stream 1 or 2 times a day. Mostly 2 times a day. During the week, I'm usually on here twice, and yeah, it all stays up. I try to go back and grab any like useful highlights and make videos about them, but I'm been running a bit behind on that lately. Thanks, Jesse, I think. Well, I take that as a compliment. Okay. Been stuck with writer's block. I get that, for sure. Yes, I think so. Let me check. Advantage on stealth and sleight of hand. Yeah. This one is... We'll see if it... I think it's fair. Generally, if I'm putting items in a one-shot, I want them to be usable pretty directly in that one-shot. This one, probably less so than the others, but I think that there's going to be utility in using items to aid the investigation. Here's what I mean by that. I think I was going back and forth about how to do potion or how to do item descriptions, whereas what I think the best way to run this is to treat the items people find as an additional hook, right? So if a player picks up one of these potions, like it's got a label that says the potion of pilfering, but I wouldn't give them this information. And if they ask like, well, can I identify it? If they have identify or something like that, absolutely, they do that. I give them the card. If they don't, I would just say that, there seems to be a lot of information and research and things like that in the house, perhaps, or maybe I just tell them outright, you can find out what this is if you keep looking around in the cottage. And I think that will give, especially players who are like, I don't really know what I should be looking for. It's like, well, we have items. Let's find and identify these items, because technically each of these gives some useful clarifications, right? Where it's like, oh, I guess pilfering came from a pilferer. None were here, especially if I write these descriptions up so that they're like in the voice of Charlotte, as though they were like added to a research journal, which might be the theming that I end up going for these. That's just it almost creates like a punch list, and it starts to give them sort of a picture. And I can also slip some other clues into the item descriptions as well, which we'll wait on that, but certainly a possibility. So in that sense, even if an item like even the potion of thought linking, is that super useful in this one shot? Probably not. Now, if I was running this as a drop-in to a larger campaign, obviously those would be fun items that they can hold on to and use later. But here, an item to a player is a really clear indicator that indication of value. If I could find out what this does, now I understand if what I have is worth, is worth anything to me or not. And that, yeah, I still need to figure out exactly what that looks like, but I feel good about it. Okay, so summary of the first floor. I have not thought very much about this second floor loft. Second floor loft. Got a bunch of stuff in here, or a bunch of things that we found. Basically, the loft is where things really kind of, I think, crack open, potentially. Evidence of use of power stone. Ooh, I have. Yeah, I don't. Okay, leave that there. Pilfer leaves certain found objects like shoes on the stairs for the staircase to eat. So I feel like the loft could be a place where, like, I'm imagining a room done up for a 10-year-old girl, and then left, left alone for another 10 years after that, like faded paint on the walls, and maybe Charlotte has been sleeping on like a cot in this room with basically a writing desk and like the map on the wall of the places that she's been, or her map, I should say. What we want to do, this is an easy trick to fall into, or an easy trap to fall into. When it comes to describing, we want to allow the players to connect two things to each other, even if it feels like that connection is really close already. It's still, I think, better to leave it for them to connect. So rather than, we could say the second floor loft looks like a little girl's room that has been left to, has been abandoned for years, right? We could say that, or we could say the second floor loft has or let me say the walls of the second of the loft are covered in healing purple paint and faint outline of clouds and very faint and very faded white clouds. Disheveled, is that the word I want to use? And maybe we'll just say unmade. Trying to think of how I would describe a map that isn't necessarily a map. About a strange is up on the strange drawing. What's the map made from? How is it drawn or printed? Well, in this case, it would have been drawn on, maybe parchment's the right word for it, but it definitely would have been drawn by hand. But it's going to look like, it's going to look almost like measured schematics at first glance, but really it's a map of distance. He just sits in one other room and a I think cluttered writing desk is better than writing desk. Yeah, it could be. It's either up on the wall or not. But that I like giving different locations rather than piling everything onto a desk. Christo, welcome to stream, and awesome. It's great, isn't it? I love this keyboard. If it's Charlotte's map of the portal monster, I think she'd have, you don't think she'd have it displayed and prominently accessible? Yeah, but I think it's all about context. And I think, in this case, the access to the portal monster is basically, from Charlotte's perspective, impossible. She's the only one in the world that can actually go down in there, she thinks. And I think she would probably have the perspective that, man, it would be insane. Nobody would even be able to make sense of this when looking at it. And that's going to be part of the challenge of making that map or that drawing, is creating it in such a way that with the right context, you look and you go, I think I know what this represents. But without it, you go, what is this nonsense? Like, who's drawing this and for what purpose? Dusty boxes. Dusty boxes are stacked in the corner of this room. Yeah, I think she would too. I agree. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Charlotte is the missing mother of this family. Well, she is a mother, but she lives alone in this cottage after the father went missing. She's been investigating the missing father, and the daughter is estranged and actually lived away for multiple years. So, nobody to hide it from. The walls of the loft are covered in peeling purple paint and faded white clouds. The dresser and bed are painted the same, though the bed is warm and unmade. Cluttered writing desk sits at one end of the room and a strange is thanks. Oh, I there's just a picture, not a reveal on stream. There's a picture in stream chat. Ashley was in and talking about Duncan, so I caved to pressure and put a picture in there. All right, and a poster covered in lines and pins. And a poster. It's not a poster. It's also not a map. It's like a drawing, a sketch. Maybe I'll call it a diagram. Could be artwork. And a diagram covered in diagram covered in pins is attached to the wall. Sounds better. Yep, Violet's the daughter. Sorry, I can, if it helps, I'm happy to, I can back up here for a second. I haven't read this in a while anyway. So an unnamed one-shot / drop-in adventure for low-level play. This adventure is designed for a group of players from levels 1 to 3, either as a standalone one-shot or as an early adventure dropped into a larger campaign. During this adventure, your players will attempt to track down a missing family of zoologists, fight off a cottage full of curious creatures, and maybe return them to their cages, piece together the events that led to each member of the family disappearing, find a hidden cellar after being eaten by a staircase monster, identify a mysterious substance that can teleport the party one way to far-flung corners of the world, and ultimately discover the missing family members traveled to the Feywild, where the party can then choose to follow. At the end of this adventure, there will be a number of loose story threads that you can use to run more adventures with your players. And so, without going through sort of the background story here, you know, basically a research accident led to the father being sort of zapped away to some places unknown, and that sort of led to a breakdown of the family, and Charlotte's been doing experiments trying to figure out what exactly caused him to disappear. And then when the party gets involved, they're able to sort of piece together what the now grown daughter figured out as well, trying to track down her parents. Anyone who ever plays any of the written one-shots will learn to be so suspicious anytime there's stairs. I think this one's tucked away pretty well in here. I don't know that anybody would naturally be suspicious of these stairs, but you know, time will tell. Walls of the lodge are covered in purple paint, faded white clouds. The dresser and bed are painted the same, though the bed is worn and unmade. Cluttered writing desk sits at one end of the room. Awesome. Please wait. Yeah. Well, that's the goal. It could certainly work. Like, there's enough here that you could detective campaign. Yeah, you could call it that. You can really describe it however you want. It's really just, you know, make believe with adults. But you get a DM who starts running a ton of your one shots or drops them into the campaign, and those players will begin to find that could be true. That's certainly possible. Just have to pepper in well, you know what it is. Here's what we're gonna do. I didn't realize I was doing this, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do to stairs what has already been done in this game to doors, right? Everybody is suspicious of a if the DM describes a door in detail, people sit up and pay attention. We're just doing the same thing to stairs. There is no means of navigating from one room to another that's ever going to be safe again. They're like, oh my god, there's a door and stairs in this room. Not the stairs. Quick, what do they look like? What could they be? I actually do have a project for doors, but we'll get to that another time. That's on the idea pile. We'll get to doors. Cluttered writing desk, diagram covered in pins, stackable boxes. True. And I did not place the feeding schedule. Timeline Scroll map of the cottage. Okay. Ooh, a pie day party. That's exciting. Oh, I didn't do that at all. I just typed up and sent Jesse some notes. As soon as you left, I was like, nah, it's not worth the risk. I won't do it. No, I get it. I get it. We'll see. We'll have to see if Jesse ends up wanting to use any of my ideas, or if they were just a bit too ambitious. We'll have to. You guys will have to describe later, and I'll once you guys actually play through that stuff, and we'll see if he benefited from any of those, or they were just wild-eyed ramblings of a madman. Board hangs on a hook on the wall. Hey, mage. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I even almost doxed your location by opening too much of it too quickly. I'm glad I noticed that. Single piece of parchment. And I thought I was like, okay, this is perfect. This is out of the box that it arrived in. Good to go. It says open live. I mean, technically, you were the one playing chicken there. I wouldn't have felt entirely responsible. I mean, I would have deleted the VOD, but I wouldn't have felt like totally at fault at that point. Open this live. No, not that part. No, I'm just teasing. I'm glad it worked out. Kept a. Actually, I don't think I would have had to delete. I think you can edit. I think I would have been able to edit the VOD out, but it was so cute. But that's, I mean, it's hard. I think it's hard to make something out of yarn that isn't cute. I don't know if have you guys ever played any of the Yoshi games that are, I think it's Woolly World and Crafted World. Those games are adorable. That's a good idea. That's smart. I know. That'll be a trip. I know, we're just showing off. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I know. Keylogs, yeah, there are a bunch of, basically the emojis are like exclusively inside jokes and the top half of my face. That's primarily what's in there. All of those so far. Oh, sorry. I should really have a pseudonym in there. So it should work either way, shouldn't it? Yeah, there is. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to restrict those things on the Discord. I'll next time I'm in there, I'll try to figure it out. Apparently the bot that I put in place doesn't do that, which is whatever. Trying to keep like feature sets in sync between these different platforms is a bit of a headache, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a restriction. It's more of, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just silly fun. It's not all emojis I'm trying to restrict, just the ones that I added. Only get maybe, hold on, well, now you guys are inspiring me. Maybe it does work, but I didn't lock all of them down. Let me check. Staircases. I like Forbidden Staircase. That's a great idea. Shoot, where did the heck do I even manage that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to investigate. I don't know how the heck that bot's supposed to work. The staircases. What's up, Alex? Welcome to the stream. You think first I'll have to teach myself again how to lock or unlock anything. any of these. Okay. Yeah, what I ended up grabbing was Emoji Roll. That's the bot that I set up, but clearly I'm not using it right. Oh, really? So what I was trying to do on Discord was align custom emojis to a specific role, in this case, the same role that gets synced with YouTube subs to Discord. That was the goal. Old clothes, blankets, and books. It's really okay. There's just silly brick that gets painted, and let's be honest, pretty bad emojis I designed. You guys aren't missing out on much. You're fine. It's just it's there to thank people who want to support in that way. But there's lots of ways to support, and you guys can. I mean, just being here and chatting and hanging out. It's not about the bricks. That's right. Oh well, please. I can't help you there. Yeah, that sounds like something you're gonna have to work through. Boxes mostly contain old clothes, blankets, and books. While searching through, them, a crayon drawing depicting a family will fall out. Give the players Violet's drawing. What? I mean, I guess so. For what? Oh, if that's the reason, no, probably not. I mean, technically, as long as you're a snail that can like type in the chat, I don't. How would I ever know the difference? We could have all sorts of interesting creatures hanging out here, and I'd never know. app called Ulysses. It's a Mac app. Probably. I think it's the rare app that crosses over. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Obsidian. Definitely. All right. You can cross onto Apple. That's cool. I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. Be right back. Oh, okay. It's just ulysses.app. I don't think there's very much vital stuff going into the bot messages except for like unless you're missing an invite to Discord. That way I can drop a special one in if you want. All right, I'm gonna go get some more coffee. Be right back. Hey, what's up, Migs? That's the indicator, huh? Good to know. I'll check out what you sent me. Thanks, T. JS means JavaScript, yeah. Piece together that. Somehow. See you, T. right, see ya. Please wait. Good luck. Oh, okay. Then, well, I still wish you good luck. Clues to the nature of the stick. The party sorry to hear that, Jesse. Yeah, I got news that my game is also rescheduled for tonight, so looks like I'll be crafting a bunch tonight. See you, Kelogs. Good luck with your session. I don't know about on time. I mean, I build my late starts into the schedule now because I know you pay attention to it. Gallifrey, thanks so much. Glad to hear that. Do you have a favorite? Yeah, Construct, exactly. It's always disappointing because it's fun to play, stuff like that, but it's also like, I always got stuff to do, so. My mind's on D&D one way or the other, right? Either I'm making stuff for a future session or I get to run sessions I've already thought of. Oh, thank you. Oh, if you're talking about down here, yeah. Ignore all that. Oh, I work in e-commerce. Please wait. Maybe one day, all of this stuff. We'll see. We'll see if I can make a successful... well, most jobs do when you describe them for what they are. It's okay, though. Ultra competitive. And I'm sure Construct, that's given you a unique insight into so many things. Single shoot, jump stairs. That kind of makes sense. It seems pretty specific, right? Hey, CB, how's it going? Okay. All right, checking the time. That's it for, I think, this writing session. But I didn't call out when it happened, but I got actually a draft entirely done of part 2 of 3. So that's part 1 and part 2. Part 3 is a relatively simple fight and exploring the cellar, the hidden spot in the cottage. So that one shouldn't take too long. And then it's all about, there's still a lot more to figure out here. Clues that need to be created, some handouts and stuff like that, but very, 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 very close. Nearly done, nearly drafted, nearly all these things, but progress, right? That's key. Super, super good progress. In fact, even better. Even better. Got rid of a bunch of stuff. Reduced a bunch of stuff. What did I get rid of? I don't know, but I got rid of a lot. I have to look into that. What did I actually delete? A 1,000 words. I added a bunch too. Nice. Definitely deleted something. Yeah, from 12.5, adding a bunch of stuff, and then I don't remember. But I also version it this way every time, so it's not like I lost anything if I accidentally deleted something. But thank you, Please Wait. Thank you, Construct. Good stuff. Posted the schedule earlier. I will be on normal-ish time tonight, so we'll get some bonus streaming done. Probably working on my, here, I'll show you actually. Probably doing more work on this wonky cottage here. Started in on the wood paneling on the second story. Got windows going all around it. Got a door that needs some detail work and stuff like that, but actually it's coming along. Yeah, I think the wonky woodwork, especially once I started doing kind of the edges and all along these seams that connect, there's sort of this unsightly gap that connects the first floor to the second floor. But I kind of imagine lots of like every direction boards, like something was added to this cottage by somebody who didn't know what they were doing. So it's just like boards every which way. So probably look at that here this evening with some bonus time in my week. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out, all the ideas, all the fun conversation. I appreciate it. It's a good time. And we'll hopefully see some of you guys in a little bit. Yeah, Cyril and I mean they're animal people, right? They're not builders. So, all right, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys, or I'll be back on stream in a few hours. You guys have a good one.